Mental health is so often passed over, whether you're any gender. It just has never been the priority. We're just now starting to shed light into the importance of taking care of yourself, aka mental health. Many people have lost their lives to the struggle of the battle, not only by dying, but also often opting to stay home and lose part of their lives and instead of just going out and socializing with family or friends. When mental health is not taken into consideration, things often go bad. Today, we'll talk about how positive mental health promotes good takes on schools and serves to a healthier lifestyle overall, as well as how it helps to prioritize yourself from everyone. The last point I is how it contributes to better relationships in life. How does a social bee not seem tired? Well, let's be honest. That person is probably either very good at faking or has really good relationships with not only the world but herself. There is no standard for measuring across cultures to determine whether behavior is normal or when it becomes disruptive, says Mayo Clinic staff. The point shows that one can either be really good at faking or the signs are just not as present as other people. When I was in high school, I knew a lot of people. I was a social bee and I had so many connections and so many friendships. However, I didn't have any meaningful relationships in life. After a very traumatic experience I started to take care of my mental health. And then I would put myself or prioritize myself, even if it was prioritizing myself for my family. Point is that while it is okay to not be okay and work through it, it is also okay to not force yourself to have so many good friendships or a good relationship with your family if it affects you in a bad way. Next time you see that big group or that one social bee, take a closer look. Maybe they're circling a little. Diving in deeper. The world may be a disappointing place, but your mind will be the best world if you just let it. By prioritizing yourself, you force yourself to open your mind to a world where self care is the first choice. In February 2020, I had my traumatic experience, and long story short, a lot of fins on documents are one fin, but in real life, it was another fin. There were a lot of conflicts and a lot of fights, and my takeaways from that traumatic experience was that I had to stay quiet mostly and avoid conflicts. And even though I couldn't avoid most of them, I also had to learn that even though we fight, it was normal in a relationship. I also a big takeaway was that I had to prioritize myself even if it seemed to hurt my family or my friends. There's this person who creates videos. Her background with her parents is horrible. It left her very anxious and it took her a lot of time to get better. And one of her systems is a battery recharge, which is when you get from a very low percentage at first and then you start better until you're 100% or even 90% better. She does small tasks as big tasks often left her so overwhelmed that she was left in a worse place. Which means that prioritizing your mental health and from a class, a professor, a friend, or family helps so much more than one may think. So if next time you need 5 minutes, take them. Good effects of mental health are often healthier lifestyle and a good experience in school life. It means positive mental health, right? It promotes it. When we feel like we don't fit in or that nobody understands us, we experience a lot of emotions, as stated in an article at Mountain Heights Academy. When social challenges cause issues, they often lead to a deeper void. Furthermore, stress does not just come from school, but from the academic pressure you put yourself in, also said in the Mountain Heights academic article. As a student, we feel the pressure from not just the professors, but also from our parents and even from us as students, right? Sometimes you need to take a step back and prioritize yourself instead of just letting it all come together and hitting you by full force. Next time, think how what you did when you were in a good mood versus when you were in a bad mood. Conclusion: good things happen when mental health is taken into consideration. Sadness is one thing, however, it doesn't compare to the endless cycle of bad mental health. When your lifestyle isn't good, it leads to health complications, uh, bad school life, and relationships often don't turn out as good as they do. Even the small things help.